begin the program shortly. We A warm good morning to one and all gathered here. Helen Keller once said, "Alone we do so little. Together we can do so much." St. Albert's College Autonomous Ernakulam is privileged and honored to host the Saviour Board National Academic Collaborations Meet 2022, organized by the Saviour Board of Higher Education in India. Established in 1951, the Saviour Board is the only association of all the Catholic institutions of higher education in India. Officially recognized by the Catholic Bishops' Conference of India, it is an Indian organization to represent the International Federation of Catholic Universities headquartered in Paris. At present, the Saviour Board has about 420 colleges, 6 universities and 5 medical colleges as its member institutions. This meet is organized to facilitate the evaluation of the future of Indian higher education, discuss the possibilities of collaborative approaches and sign MOUs between educational institutions and industries. The presence of the heads of the Saviour Board member institutions from all over India, along with other representatives from the area of higher education, indeed makes this a grand function. More than 900 memoranda of understanding focusing on key areas such as student culture exchange, faculty assistance, and research collaborations will be signed during these two collaborators meet. We are greatly honored to have with us His Grace Most Reverend Dr. Francis Kallarikal, Archbishop Emeritus of the Archdiocese of Virapalli, to officially inaugurate this two-day collaborators meet. We also look forward to our keynote speakers, Shri Balagopal Chandrasekhar, Chairman Federal Bank, and Shri Dinesh Tampi, Vice President and Delivery Center Head for TCS Kerala. As we begin, let us take a moment to give thanks and praise to the Lord, inviting Albertian Choir for the prayer, requesting all the dignitaries to kindly rise.
Reverend Dr. Anthony Topel, the manager and chairman of St. Albert's College Autonomous Ernakulam, is an efficient leader who guides our institute towards academic excellence. I heartily welcome you, Father, to welcome this august gathering.
Dear Most Reverend Dr. Francis Killargal, Archbishop Emeritus of Archdiocese of Varapalli, respected Reverend Father Anthony Arakkal, President, Save Board of Higher Education in India, respected Mr. Balagopal Chandrasekhar, Chairman, Federal Bank Limited, Reverend Dr. Joji Reddy, SJ, Vice President, Save Board, Reverend Sister Therese, Secretary, Save Board, Reverend Sister Rina, and other officials of the Save Board, respected managers, administrators, principals, SA Board networking coordinators of member institutions, SA Board, a warm good morning and hearty welcome. It is with immense joy and happiness I stand here to welcome you all into our institution, St. Albert's College Autonomous Ernakulam. College, a torchbearer in learning and institution with an exemplary history of more than 75 years of enlightenment, hard work, vision and wisdom. The college was ISO certified by TUA Rhineland in 2007 and recertified every 3 years, the latest being 2019. St. Albert's College was nationally accredited with a grade in 2016 March. The UGC granted autonomous status to our college. St. Albert's College gained international acclaim in 2012 through its recognition as one among the 10 best colleges in the world promoting conservation research. The root of its educational tradition originates from the Archdiocese of Varapalli. Archbishop Bernardine Beccinelli, a visionary with a missionary seal, through his pastoral decree Pallikopam Pallikudam in 1857, initiated the universal education and to have an educational institution attached to all our parish churches in the then Kerala, which initiated the entire process of social revolution and development. Today, we are proud to see the educational development through our institutions and its outcomes in various ways at the national and international levels. St. Albert's College owes its origin to the foresight and sagacity of its former patron, the Most Reverend Dr. Joseph Attipeti, now servant of God, the first indigenous Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Varapalli. The college started as boys' school at Ernakulam. St. Albert's College took its upward journey as the first boys' college in the district. The mission was accomplished in 1946 when the University of Madras upgraded St. Albans High School, Ernakulam, to a second grade college. The college began its function on 16 July 1946 in the old high school building with 150 students in the intermediate class. Now, the college stands out as one of the high-performing colleges in India with international academic collaborations. Throughout its history, the college has enjoyed the vision and the benevolent services of many great men of God who toiled relentlessly to give light of faith and knowledge of truth through our education ministry. Now, great institute started with 150 students. It has now catered to tens of thousands of students for their integral growth and development. As in the parable of mustard seed that we read, Mark 4:32, St. Albans College has a very small beginning. As it grew, the institution became like a big tree which sheltered many young minds for their higher education. At present, St. Albans College conducts 41 UG programs, 16 PG programs, and 11 research centers. Majority of the vocational programs are being provided here. It is in line with the vision of our college, that is making it as the center of excellence in all its endeavors. It is a great thing that the organization is coming up new and innovative programs which are inevitable and imperative for the implementation of the new National Education Policy 2020. It is true, if you do not step up with the changing trends in higher education, soon become outdated. I appreciate and congratulate the President, Save Board Executive members, headed by Father Anthony Arakil, moving forward with science of times in this challenging period in education scenario and effecting relevant changes, bringing together all Catholic higher education institutions under one banner as a strong, powerful body. Here, we can take a rightful place as minority institutions and stand for justice and truth. Networking and academic collaborations among member institutions of Save Board is a new initiative. So long we work as independent institutions competing one another and excelling the other. Now we have come together to understanding that if we stand together sharing the physical, spatial, technical, digital, academic and learning resources, we can grow together and move to greater academic strides for a better tomorrow. All you have come together here with the intention to sign an agreement of mutual sharing of the areas identified, which was previously designed through an interactive website and now going to be exchanged officially through Save Board. I hope around more than 1,000 MOUs will be signed these 2 days. So it is a great achievement, first of its kind in Kerala and in India. It is really a great achievement for all of us. Coming to my duty, I would like to welcome first of all our chief guest, our former patron, Most Reverend Dr. Francis Kallaragil. Archbishop Emeritus has always been shown great interest and support to the overall development of our institution and our community. In spite of his busy schedule, he accepted our invitation to grace this occasion with his inaugural address. So, in the name of all present here, a hearty welcome to your grace. Now, I would like to welcome our chief guest, Mr. Balagopal Chandrasekhar, Chairman, Federal Bank Limited, who is always ready to support us whenever we approach him for any help, especially in the field of placement. Let's come over here to deliver the keynote address. So, hearty welcome, sir. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our President of Save Board Higher Education India, respected Father Anthony Arakkal, who is the backbone of the entire program and has taken great pains to initiate the process of national networking and collaborations between the member institutions. Hearty welcome. And I welcome all the officials of the SAVE board in one word. So I to welcome all the officials present here. And finally, but not the least, but you are the main figures of our entire seminar here. I'm very happy to see you all here. And in the beginning, the registration was not so much, but till now I think around 100 institutions and about more than 160 delegates present here. It is a great pleasure for us, and first of all, thanking you all for accepting our invitation and come over here, taking all the pains from far away, come over here to present and to participate in this national meet. So extend a warm welcome to all accepted our invitation, come over here to participate in the national meet. So feel at home, and we are at your service. I think the climate is not so warm, but it's very conducive, though meteorological department has declared the yellow zone here. So, but anyway, for any help, please, we are ready to help you. So, all the best, and once again, thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Father. Father Anthony Arakkal, President of Xavier Board of Higher Education in India, is a true visionary and an astute leader who have proven his leadership skills by heading the institutions to excellence. Father Arakkal is a seasoned researcher and an academician. He is also the director of St. Paul's International School, Kalamassery. A keen disciple of change management, Father Arakkal has more than 2 decades of institutional experience as the former chairman and manager of St. Albert's College Autonomous, manager of St. Paul's College, Kalamassery, director of Navadarshan Public Charitable Trust, assistant director of Assisi Vidyaniketan Public School, Kakinad, and assistant director of Little Flower Engineering Institute, Kalamassery. With great pride and honor, we welcome you, Father, for the presidential address.
Most Reverend Dr. Francis Arakkal, Archbishop Emeritus, Archdiocese of Rapoli, our chief guest of the day, Balagopal Chandrasekhar, Vice President, Father Dr. George Reddy, Sister Teresa, Secretary General, our beloved Manager, Father Anthony Thoppil, Sister Reena, the President of Kerala North Region, and all the dignitaries who are sitting in this hall. For me, it is a great privilege to stand before you on this day, because for the last 1 decade we were discussing about networking. We said we should have some collaborations among ourselves, but in reality we could not proceed. We had some individual collaborations with institutions. But today we have changed that barrier and we have started as a new process, which means we are capable of meeting each other and we are going into the next level. I'm so happy to see all of you here because, you had the choice to join either here or in Goa. But you said we are coming here. And we are starting something so wonderful. And don't forget, all of us should be there in Goa too. So, today when we start our collaborations meet, let us remember that it is a new beginning. New beginning means there is a saying, one is greater than one. Which means if I stand alone, I am one. But if I stand together with others, it is also one. But one is greater than one. And today we are actually standing as one. We need to collaborate in different levels. We need to collaborate in research. We need to collaborate in our resource sharing. We need to collaborate whatever way we can. And sometimes when we come together, we discuss great things actually we bring out. We know our Google giant, they made a study how these collaborations are happening. And one of the findings they shared with all of us was like the best thing in collaboration is not the quality of a person, but the capacity to communicate and capacity to share and capacity to converse. Because what happens most of the times when we come together, we think the other institution is greater than ours, so let them speak. But Google Giant says, no, it should not be so. Treat everyone equally. Everyone has a chance to speak. And when they contribute, then great things come out. When we go to Apple, the CEO, they have made a space there in their office. It is a free space. And everyone asked them, why you have kept a space like that? Then he said, we need our employees to speak. And we know when we go for research, if we are going for research all alone with our own limited capacity, we come out with minimum conclusions. When divergent thinking comes in, when another discipline man comes in, we think in a different way. So we are here as equals, and Christ has said, I am calling you friends, not as servants. And what does it mean? It's the same thing. Treat others equally and deal with them, then it makes difference. Otherwise we dictate something and others listen and nothing will come out of it. But when we deal with our friends and we share our concepts, everyone has their own concepts. So let them bring out those concepts and we mingle all of them together and great things will come out. And today when we are here, remember we will have some meetings like this. But we are not here for meetings. We are here to collaborate. So remember, before going from this program, make sure you have met all the 160 participants here. Then only it is, whatever we are thinking of has fruit out of it. Otherwise what happens, we are here for 2 days, we met just 5 people and today we are going back, doesn't help us. We could have done from home. While we are here, we need to converse, we need to collaborate, we need to ask for collaborations. And online you have done almost Some of you have done up to 20 collaborations. Some of you have done 5, some of you have 2. And there are a few institutions which have joined just now. For example, they started their institution 2008, 2009, 2019, and they are actually afraid. They are asking, if we ask, for example, maybe Stella Maris or Mary Stella or St. Joseph's, will they accept? It is one of their concern. So remember that we need to support each other. Those institutions which are actually ranked above 3.5 and above, please feel free to go to others and ask for collaboration, because they are actually afraid of you. You think you think that what is that? They are not asking because they don't know you. It's not they don't know you, but it's basically they are afraid of you. So make sure you give your extend your support to all the new institutions. And I feel we'll have a great time during these 2 days. You can. There are 2 types of This is another color you can see over here. These are the faculty's tags. So if you need any support, what you can do is you can approach any of them. Okay, ours is a white tag, but others is color tag. So whoever it may be, you can approach any of them, and we'll have a pleasant, good time. All the best. May God bless all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Father. This meet is a dream of several men and women who work tirelessly to enhance the quality of higher education. Today, as we initiate this novel venture with greater dreams and a humble heart, I'm honored to welcome His Grace Most Reverend Dr. Francis Kallarikal, Archbishop Emeritus and former Chairman of St. John's Medical College, Bangalore, our guest of honor, Mr. Balagopal Chandrasekhar, Chairman, Federal Bank, and Reverend Father Anthony Arakil, President of the Xavier Board of Higher Education in India, to light the lamp and inaugurate this function. I request you all to kindly rise for the inauguration. Thank you all. Kindly be seated. I heartily welcome Dr. Milan Franz, the Principal of St. Xavier's College for Women, Alava, to introduce and welcome our Bishop, His Grace Most Reverend Dr. Francis Kallarikal.
Respected dignitaries on and off the dais, only a chosen few are capable of creating history. I am privileged to introduce to this august gathering such a distinguished episcopal dignitary, His Grace Most Reverend Dr. Francis Kallarikal, Archbishop Emeritus of the Archdiocese of Varapalli. His Grace has accomplished remarkable distinctions and services that have turned monumental in the history of the Church of Kerala. He holds the rare honor of establishing the new Diocese of Kottapuram as its first bishop when it was formed, bifurcating from the Archdiocese of Varapalli in 1987 and nurturing it towards its silver jubilee. Later, he was ordained the Metropolitan Archbishop of Varapalli in the year 2010 and led it towards its post-centenary silver jubilee. he also deserves the special accolade of convening synods in the dioceses of both Varapalli and Kottapuram. His grace started the saga of his ecclesiastical journey as the secretary of the Archbishop of Varapalli in 1970 and then as the director of Social Service Department. He has also served in various other capacities as the administrator of St. John's Medical College, Bangalore, Vice President of the Kerala Catholic Bishops' Council, Chairman of KCBC Commission for Justice and Peace, Vice President of Kerala Regional Latin Catholic Council, Vice Chairman of KCBC Media Commission, and Chairman of the Carmelgiri Pontifical Seminary Episcopal Commission. The presence of this exemplary leader makes this gathering graceful. Your Grace, I invite you most cordially for the inaugural address.
Distinguished dignitaries on the dais and dear friends, I am very happy to be here, to be present here with you and give a message, inaugural message. I feel little nervous because when I look at the audience, I know the qualifications and qualities of all of you who are seated in front of me. Sophisticated persons, highly educated, and having had important responsibilities and authorities. So when I am conscious of that fact, that is why I said I feel little nervous. And I am Bishop and Archbishop for the last 35 years. And as you know, Kerala, our mother tongue, Malayalam, and as a bishop he has to address many a time different types of gathering and persons, groups, and always I did most of the time, I did in our mother tongue without the help of a written paper. But today, mainly because of the importance and seriousness of the subject you are going to deal with and discuss, you have to allow me to use the paper and give you my inaugural address. I deem it a great pleasure and privilege to be here with you today, to be part of this academic gathering and to launch the Savior Board program on networking and academic collaborations under the initiative of Savior Board of Higher Education. When I look at the audience and know that whoever is seated in front of me is coming from different parts of our nation, our country, and that reminds me of St. John's Medical College campus and the new beautiful auditorium, especially when it is fully occupied.
by those who are coming from north and south, northeast, as doctors, nurses, and teaching and non-teaching staff, medical students and nursing students, etc., etc. So that is a unity in multiplicity. The same way, when I look at this audience, I feel it is a miniature India is present in front of me. That is why I also said that I feel little nervous. But I am happy. We are, as Father Anthony said, we are one. That one feeling is absolutely necessary for any successful career, any successful project. Therefore, I am happy to give this inaugural address. You have to forgive me sometimes because the subject you are going to deal with is totally different from what is mine. Mine in the sense that our background of a priest and a bishop. Anyway, I have been invited, Father Anthony, the President of Savior Board, and he might have found something in me. I never taught in a college. My qualification, according to him, he has his own point. Perhaps, as mentioned here before, St. John's Medical College chairman. St. John's Medical College is owned and managed by the Catholic bishops of India. Catholic bishops coming from different parts of the country, north and south and northeast and etc. And here also, when I see that you are the persons who are coming from different parts of the country, I am happy again to address in that level to you. Savior Board of Higher Education in India is the only association of higher education under the Catholic Bishops' Conference, CBCI, and has a great role to play in the manifold mission of the Church. I am trying to unfold here three aspects of higher education. Higher education at present, expectations in higher education, and certain insights from the new National Education Policy 2020. The higher education system in India has grown in a remarkable way, particularly in the post-independence period, to become one of the largest system of its kind in the world. However, the system has many issues of concern at present, like financing and management, including access, equity and relevance, reorientation of programs by laying emphasis on values and ethics and quality of higher education, together with the assessment of institutions and their accreditation. These issues are of great concern for the country, as it is now engaged in the use of higher education as a powerful tool to build a knowledge-based information society of the 21st century. It's good that we make an analytical study on the new national education policy introduced after 34 years of gap. It has its challenges and concerns,
from the minority's point of view. But the educational reforms are imperative and inevitable. As educationists in Catholic higher educational institutions across India, we need to step up and move with the times, else we will become redundant. The contributions of Christian missionaries in India towards the development of education is so great and unfathomable. The missionaries, whoever came to India, different parts of the country, while staying in the country, they really understood our culture and the system of the society, especially the caste system, high class and low class, and the effects, bad effects of such situation. Archbishop Bernardino Bacinelli, an Italian, who was the Archbishop of Verapoli. At that time, all Kerala, it was under vicariate of Verapoli, all Christians, Catholics. So he was the Archbishop of the vicariate of Verapoli, and he stayed and lived in the country so many years and knew everything, the situations, the caste system, the deprivation of the poor, downtrodden, and having all these things in his mind as the head of the church in Kerala, in one sense, he was thinking about the solution of this problem, the deprivation of the children. Therefore, he sent out a pastoral letter. That is what Father Anthony, during his welcome speech, mentioned. Pallikudam, where there is a church, there is a elementary basic school attached to that. Accessibility for everybody, children belonging to high caste or low caste, and it was a universal system. Therefore, who were once deprived of the opportunities to go for the organized way of education, this new opportunity gave occasion for the children, everybody, to come and to be educated. And that is why, to some extent, people say the 10% literacy in Kerala, also because of this new principle, Pallikudam, where there is a church, there is definitely, and with obligation, it is punishable if the parents and with the collaboration of other leaders in the society didn't construct the elementary school. Therefore, this change, and also that led into the transformation in the society. Therefore, the contributions of the missionaries are very great. Development that led to the development of the society and overall growth. Today we enjoy the sweat and toil of their relentless efforts in the field of education. In the light of the educational tradition in India, we should look at this policy framework of NEP, New Education Policy 2020. The NEP 2020 aims at develop intellectual, aesthetic, social, physical, emotional, ethical, and moral facets of an individual in an integrated manner. thereby contributing directly to the transformation of the country and making India a global knowledge superpower. What constitutes a higher educational institution, that is a university or a college, is also well defined in the New Education Policy 2020. Large multidisciplinary higher education institutions to be established in or near every district by 2030 is one of the most significant recommendations in the NEP to 2020. In an ever-changing world, global awareness and interconnectedness through internationalization of higher education has a significant role to play in shaping the next generation of learners. The National Education Policy 2020 envisions attaining highest global standards in the quality of higher education. In line with the NEP 2020 concerted national efforts and interwoven relationship between governments, policies and higher education institutions approaches will make our young generation of learners truly global and interconnected citizens with deeply rooted pride in being an Indian. Dear friends, we are living and moving in a post-pandemic era. As we gear up to restart our lives in what appears to be the post-pandemic phase, the education sector too is undergoing changes to adapt a newer ways of teaching and engaging students. Let us look at two emerging trends in higher education in 2022. Prevalence of a hybrid learning model. While the worst of the COVID-19 pandemic necessitated a paradigm shift towards online teaching, with things easing out, hybrid learning models have gained prominence amongst colleges and universities. A healthy mix of online and on-campus education is expected to be the trend for the foreseeable future, owing to the accessibility it provides teachers as well as students. Another trend that is seen now is technology-driven tools to enrich the online experience for students. Artificial intelligence has also evolved to become more robust to meet the requirements. As I understand now that at this national meet at Kochi, you will be discussing about the perspectives and programs of academic collaborations in Catholic higher educational institutions and event of signing the MOU for academic collaborations in the identified areas of collaboration by individual member institutions of Xavier Board. The challenges of higher education in India today demand a significant shift in strategy for institutions around the idea of collaboration and the development of much deeper partnerships in higher education, with approximately 1,000 universities and 40,000 colleges nationwide. India has one of the largest higher education systems in the world. However, affordable access to higher education has remained a pressing challenge for our country. Academic collaboration in this new era involves colleges and universities coming together as seemingly one institution to change their future direction. Collaboration is the key to the future of higher education. No matter the size or length of years of a higher learning institution, certain strategies can make collaborations and partnerships more effective and stay financially viable. Hence, this initiative can bring about a definite change in the attitude and outlook of Catholic higher educational institutions in India with a shared vision and responsibility, benefiting from each other, enriching each other in mutually sustainable initiative. Dear friends, coming together, planning together, sharing together will make a tremendous change in our higher education ministry. Networking with one another, with intellectual, human, technical, spatial, and physical resources will enable us to move vertically and expand horizontally. I take this opportunity to thank Xavier Board team for their far-sighted vision in the field of higher education by taking right decisions at the right time and planning programs with a futuristic vision. I congratulate all the college managements and its representatives for coming forward for this national collaborative venture and wish everyone a very fruitful and mutually enriching academic experience. I wish God's blessings on everybody present here. And having said these words, I am happy to declare this national meet at Kochi officially inaugurated.
Thank you so much, His Grace. Dr. Sister Teresa, Secretary General, Xavier Board, Bengaluru, will now hand over memento to our chief guest, His Grace, the Most Reverend Dr. Francis Kalarakal, Archbishop Emeritus of Berapuli Diocese, requesting Dr. Sister Teresa to kindly do the honors. Humbly requesting His Grace to receive the same.
Thank you, Sister. Thank you, Father. I request Dr. Reena Ittichin, Dr. Sister Reena Ittichin, the Principal of Sacred Heart College, Chalakudi, to hand over a token of gratitude to our guest of honor, Mr. Balagopal Chandrasekhar, the Chairman of Federal Bank Limited. Kindly do the honors. Thank you, Sister. To conclude this inaugural session, I now invite Reverend Dr. L. Joji Reddy, the Principal of Loyola Academy, Secunderabad, who also serves as the Vice President of Xavier Board of Higher Education in India, to propose the word of thanks.
Promises can never take the place of performance. Fine words can never replace fine deeds. And all of us are witnessing, we are true to our words and we are true to our promises. And that's why this collaboration, this networking. His Grace Archbishop Francis Kallarikal, Archdiocese of Verapalli, our dear and beloved President, Reverend Father Arakal, our General Secretary, Reverend Sister Teresa, our guest of honor, Mr. Balagopal Chandrasekhar Garu, Chairman, Federal Bank Limited, and in a very special way, Reverend Father Dr. Arakesami, the Executive Body Member, Reverend Father John. Could you please just kindly get up for the viewers to see your faces? The Principal of St. Thomas College, Father John, and Reverend Father Sundar Reddy, Principal of St. Joseph's College, Hyderabad. These are our executive body members of Xavier Board. Dear Sister Irene, Principal of Sacred Heart College, Chalakudi, and also the local host, the regional president of this particular region. Dear principals, dear secretaries, dear vice chancellors, dear friends, good morning to each and every one of you. I am here not to speak because tomorrow I have my session. I am asked to propose the vote of thanks. Yes, definitely there is no pleasing exercise other than gratitude. His Grace has come all the way in order to be with us, to bless us, and at the same time to guide us. He is one among us. He is not a separate person. As he mentioned right in the beginning, he said that he is feeling little uneasy. But we were feeling uneasy in his presence because he is Archbishop of Emeritus of this diocese. Thank you, Your Grace, for presenting the keynote address during this August gathering, and we are immensely happy to be with you this morning and mainly to welcome you for this gathering. You know very well, and you have mentioned in your speech about the NEP and the challenges of NEP and also the implications of NEP. So all of us more or less have gone through the process and we know the heart and the beat of the NEP, and in this scenario definitely Father Arakal and the team has envisaged this gathering, this networking and this collaboration. It is the need of the hour, and that's why we have taken it over, and you have rightly presented in your inaugural speech. Thanks a lot for giving your valuable message. I also thank our guest of honor, Mr. Balagopal Chandrasekhar Garu, for being here. Definitely we will be listening to him in the next session possible. Thank you, sir, for coming over here, for being with us and being as one of our guest of honors. And mainly we need to thank our president. You know very well, for almost 6 months onwards we were envisaging this, and during his time we have started 2 programs. One is AAA audit and the other one is this networking. And whatever it may be, to tell you frankly, silently works and he communicates and he executes. That's what Father Arakal is. Father Arakal, we are with you, and at the same time we are so happy for taking up this task. It's an Herculean task, we all of us know very well. But in spite of that, he some or the other he contemplated and he has envisaged and he brought it to this level. And on all of our on behalf of us, let us give him a big round of applause to Father Arakal. Thank you, Father Arakal. And the silent worker is Sister Teresa from the National Xavier Board office. Sister Teresa, we are very happy to have you in the office, and it's because of your communication. So many of them are here, and many more have to come for the triennial conference in Goa. And at the juncture, I take this time to invite you all for the triennial conference that is going to happen in Goa from 22nd to 24th of October. And I am also assuring you that the CM of Meghalaya will be our chief guest, and he accepted to be there. So kindly, he wanted to see all the Catholic colleges, and particularly the Catholic leaders and the heads of the Catholic institutions. So he accepted when I invited him, and definitely we need to show our presence there, and we need to get whatever the resources, because he is a CM, and we need to get the resources from him as much as possible. So thank you, Sister Teresa, for being here, and also in a very special way I thank Father Anthony Topil for welcoming us to your institution, Father. Thanks a lot for hosting this this conference here, and we are very, very thankful to you. And finally, the regional president, Sister Reena, for welcoming all of us to your place, and we are really very happy. We had a sumptuous breakfast, and we are active, and henceforth we are going to participate in other programs, and we are going to sign all the MOUs, and we need to have a lot of patience, and at the same time we need to have a lot of energy, so we will be taking up. So much more than that, thanks to each and every one of you for being here. Thanks to each and every one of you. And to mention, Professor Shinde had a lot of Professor Shinde, could you please stand? He is the principal of St. Javis, Mumbai, one of the prestigious colleges in India. And we even have Sandra from Jesus Mary College, Delhi. And Sandra, could you please, this is our place. We need to introduce to one another. And likewise, many principals. Much more than that, we have one more person who unites all of us under the banner of all the bishops. Who is that person? Reverend Father Charles. Father Charles, could you please get up, Father Charles? He is the secretary of CBCI, and he is here amidst us. Thanks, Father, for accepting our invitation and being here. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot to each and every one of you for being here. Let us work together. God bless you.
We will be continuing with the session. Balagopal Chandrasekhar sir will be addressing us now.